Ahoy friends, welcome to Building the Alpha Dory. I'm Dan, and this is a project to build a Chamberlain-style racing dory from John Gardner's The Dory book. Illustrations by Sam Manning. Today we'll be out in the shop. We're going to be planing and hopefully scarfing the inner rails for the dory. So yeah, it's a gorgeous day out there. Let's get out there and get to it. Alright, so I got the shop opened up. And we've got the wood that we just cut on the table saw ready to run through the planer. Alright, looking good. Locked and loaded. Alright. Well, that's that. Plain the thickness anyway. Yeah, alright, so here's the boards, and you can see there's actually a little bit of gray stain right here on the edge of this one, but that's not a big deal. A lot of this will get cut out when we're a little bit of gray stain here too. A lot of that will get cut out when we're putting them on the boat. So yeah, anyway, but here's the rails, and you can see these are thicker than the planking, so they'll bend on there a little bit stiffer than the planking, but they're quite a bit narrower than the planking as well. So you know, they should take the bend okay. We'll see when we go to put them on. Yeah, let's get ready to do that. Yeah, wow, it's almost so warm out here. I'm ready to take my coat off. But yeah, gorgeous day in the neighborhood. And yeah, I have to sweep up a little bit as well. Yeah, so it's pretty wild. The sun is just super intense today. But everywhere that there's shade, like in the woods, there's still snow on the trees. But you can see here it's melted right through in the grass where that area of light is moving across the down the path. And then over here in the shade, you can see there's icicles forming. But in the sun, it's melting like crazy. So, ooh, yeah, it's getting on the door here too. I guess I gotta either close or open that. But you can see I've got the saw to the point where the drips off the roof just missed the table. So I can actually work with the saw on a day like this and not have it covered in water. Otherwise I could get the saw another 6 inches closer to the building out of the pathway, but it's not bad as it is. Alright, so the next thing to do is to cut the scarves on these. we've got almost an inch, probably 3/4 of an inch here. Yeah, 3/4 inch, and so we want a scarf that's oh gosh, minimum 5:1. 8:1 you want as a minimum on something like a mast or whatever, but I mean this is going to be nailed all along and well supported, so it's not like you're scarfing a mast, which is just an unsupported stick. But you want a fairly decent overlap. We're also going to be gluing and nailing these, so it's going to be super beefy. So if I got an inch and I'm going to do 5:1, then it would be a 5-inch scarf. So got 3/4 of an inch, so 4 inches should be enough of an overlap here. Should be plenty for us. So first thing we want to do is square the end up. And we've got 12 feet about to work with here. So if this is the best end, so there's no gray stain here or anything, there is some which we want to cut out on some of the other ends. So we'll just square this off. So this pencil needs to be sharpened. Let's get it back up here. Out of the way. Alright. Try this again. So, yeah. And then we'll measure back 4 inches. Strike another line, and that's where we'll scarf to. And since all the pieces of wood we're joining are the same thickness, we'll just measure that same 4 inches on the rest of them, and then cut the scarves. So there's the end squared up, and yeah, we'll do that with the other 4, and then we'll be ready to get out the adze and rough the scarves out. So yeah, that's last one cut to length, squared up anyway. And yeah, I got this little handy just blocking to cut on the bench. It's basically a miniature sawhorse, but works out well. Alright, so yeah, the next thing is to, I gotta measure the 4-inch. Next thing is to get these down on the floor and get the ads going on them. Okay, so this is how far back I want the scarf to go to, and then I know I want the scarf to go straight down to this edge here. So that's pretty much all the information I need to cut it. Alright, so let's see. Alright, looking good. No need to overdo it on these. They're such small scarves that the hand plane will just fly through these things. So that's close enough for these two. Scarf from the other end on these, so flip them around. And one thing I don't want to forget to do is close the top sides there. Close the crow's nest. Though we didn't seem to get a lot of snow in there this past storm. I think that's mainly because it was pretty sticky and pretty wet. It was saying we got about 8 inches of snow. Heavy stuff. So yeah, what I was just doing was taking this kick stick and knocking it in against the rafters there. That's what holds my holds the wood while I'm scarfing. Those cutting the scarves. Yeah, there we go. The light's a little bit tricky to deal with at the moment. We got some pretty intense sunshine coming in there and melting a lot of stuff. melted a lot of snow. Alright, plenty close on those as well. So that's as easy as it is. Just that simple. You know, with this size scarf, who knows, maybe we didn't even need to rough him out. You know, we could have hit him with a draw knife or something too. But that did the trick, and that'll definitely speed things up a bit. There goes. Alright, so next is back up onto the bench, and we'll finish cutting the scarves. Swap boards. Looks good. So we're down to a feather's edge on those two boards. So we can take these off the bench now. See if this allows me to feather edge both of them. Still don't know if I'll be able to get the plane that close to the bench, but it'll allow me to get a little bit closer on these ones anyway. this block is almost too thick. This is what's causing an issue, I think, with the clamp. The kickstick needs to be pretty close to vertical on to get a good fit on them. There we go. Yes, it didn't take much elevation off the bench to be able to feather this and this at the same time. That worked out. Alright. Alright, time for a little tea and a warm-up in here. And then, yeah, we'll get back out to it. Maybe next video. Thanks so much for stopping by building the Alpha Dory. Yeah, looking forward to seeing all of you guys next video. And a massive thank you to everyone who has liked, subscribed, commented, and supported the channel. We couldn't do this without you guys, so thanks so much, and see you next episode.